There is an old town in Germany called Hamelin, a story that has survived for more than 700 years. Something happened there that no one has ever been able to explain. It was the year 1284. Hamelin was a small medieval town surrounded by forests, farmland, and stone walls. And then, according to legend, a stranger arrived. Nobody knew where he came from. He wore strange, colorful clothing, unlike anyone the townspeople had ever seen, and he carried a musical instrument, a pipe. He told the people of Hamelin that he could solve a problem that had been haunting their town. Rats. They were everywhere, in homes, in cellars, in barns. The townspeople were desperate. So they promised the stranger a reward if he could make the rats disappear. The piper lifted his instrument, and he began to play. The melody was unlike anything the people had ever heard. One by one, the rats emerged, hundreds of them, perhaps thousands. They poured from buildings and holes in the ground, following the piper through the streets. He walked beyond the town, toward the river, and the rats followed. Then they vanished. The people of Hamelin were amazed. Their nightmare was over, but when the piper returned for his payment, the townspeople refused him. They laughed. They told him they owed him nothing. The piper said nothing. He simply turned around and walked away. Days passed. Then one morning he returned, the same colorful clothing, the same mysterious instrument. But this time, he didn't look toward the houses. He looked toward the children. He raised the pipe to his lips and began to play. A strange melody drifted through the streets. Children stopped what they were doing. They stepped out of their homes. They left their parents. They left their games. They left everything, and they followed him. The adults began to realize what was happening. They ran into the streets. Parents screamed their children's names. Mothers chased after them. Fathers tried to pull them back, but the children continued walking. Hundreds of them, following the sound, following the stranger. The piper led them beyond the town, past the fields, toward a hill, and according to the legend, the hill opened. The children entered. The piper disappeared after them, and the hill closed. Silence returned to Hamelin. The children were gone. The traditional story says that 130 children disappeared that day, and they were never seen again. But here is what makes this story different from an ordinary fairy tale. The story of Hamelin is extremely old. References to the disappearance appear in historical traditions dating back centuries. There is even an old inscription associated with the town that remembers the children who were lost in 1284. But nobody knows what really happened.